Picture this for a second. You're in a hospital, and a nurse comes in and hands you a single, small pill. It seems like the simplest thing in the world, right? Well, behind that one little pill is a massive, complex system, a shield, really, designed to protect you from some pretty hidden dangers. And sometimes that shield can crack.
So, what does it really take to get that pill to you safely? What are the risks that are kind of lurking just beneath the surface? And what are all these invisible systems that are working around the clock to keep us safe? Well, let's pull back the curtain and find out.
Okay, so first things first, we've got to understand the stakes, because when a pill goes into your body, it's not always a straightforward story. There are a few key terms we absolutely need to know, and honestly, the differences between them can be a matter of life and death.
Okay, so think about a side effect like getting a little drowsy from your allergy medicine. It's annoying for sure, but it's also kind of expected. An adverse reaction, though, that's totally different. That's your body basically sending up a huge red flag, an unexpected and harmful response to a completely normal dose. It's a sign that something is seriously wrong.
All right, next up we have toxicity. Now this is what happens when the dose is just too high. It's when a helpful medicine accidentally becomes a harmful poison. It's the classic case of too much of a good thing becoming a very, very bad thing.
And finally, there's the allergic reaction. This one's a little different because it's not really about the drug itself. It's about your immune system getting confused. It mistakes the medicine for a dangerous invader and just launches an all-out attack.
So now that we know the risks involved, let's put ourselves right on the hospital floor. Imagine you're a nurse. It's 8 in the morning, and you're about to face a really common but super critical challenge.
So here's the puzzle. You've got two patients, and neither one can swallow their pills. The problem looks exactly the same on the surface, but the solution for one could actually be deadly for the other. So what's the right move here?
Well, for patient A, who has just a standard, regular tablet, the solution is pretty simple. You crush the pill. It's a safe, common practice to help patients who have trouble swallowing. No problem.
But for patient B, with that extended release tablet, crushing that pill is a recipe for absolute disaster. You see, it completely bypasses the slow release mechanism, and it ends up flooding the body with an entire day's worth of medication all at once. The result? Acute toxicity.
And this really gets to the heart of why some pills just can't be crushed. The technology inside a controlled-release pill is basically a tiny, sophisticated time-release system. Crushing it is like breaking a dam. Instead of a steady, controlled stream, you get a massive, dangerous flood.
So you have to wonder, how do these mistakes even happen? Let's take a closer look and dissect the anatomy of a medication error to see exactly where this system can break down.
The most important word on this slide is preventable. A medication error isn't some random accident. It's a breakdown in a system that was specifically designed to protect us. It's a failure that really could have, and should have, been avoided. And the potential for error is just everywhere. Wrong patient, wrong drug, wrong time, wrong dose. Every single step in the process is a potential pitfall. And as we just saw, even something as simple as crushing a pill can have absolutely devastating consequences. Now let's talk about something as simple as name confusion. Go ahead, say diphenhydramine and dimenhydrinate out loud. They sound almost identical, don't they? Well, one is Benadryl and the other is Dramamine. In a busy, chaotic emergency room, that tiny little difference in sound can lead to a huge mistake. So what's really at the root of all these errors? I mean, it's easy to blame individuals, right? And yeah, human factors like being tired are a big piece of the pie, but the data shows us that communication breakdowns and other systemic issues are just as much to blame. It's not about bad apples, it's about a fragile system.
So if the problem is the system itself, how in the world do we fix it? Well, the answer lies in building what's called a culture of safety. And that means a fundamental shift away from blaming people and toward building better, smarter, safer systems.
Now, this isn't about some single magic bullet. It's about building a fortress of safety, layer by layer. It starts with creating a culture of openness, where people feel safe reporting mistakes. Then you improve the infrastructure, you standardize procedures, and finally, you use technology as a last line of defense.
You know, one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to build a safer system is just to eliminate ambiguity. Take the abbreviation OD. Does it mean once daily or right eye? I mean, that's a terrifying gamble to take. Or look at a simple trailing zero. 1.0 can so easily be misread as 10, which is a tenfold overdose. These tiny, tiny details have life or death consequences.
Take a look at this prescription order. To most of us, it just looks like medical jargon. But to a trained professional, this is a minefield of potential errors. Can you spot the danger?
Okay, did you spot it? First, there's that trailing zero. 1.0 can easily become 10 on a busy day, a massive overdose of a really potent blood thinner. And QHS? That's an ambiguous abbreviation that's been banned in a lot of hospitals. The solution is so simple. Just write it out. In medicine, clarity is absolutely everything.
So, after all of this, where do you fit into the picture? The system is designed to protect you, for sure, but you are the final and most important line of defense. So, I'll just leave you with this question. How can you be an active partner, an active guardian of your own safety? The next time you're handed a pill, what are you going to ask?